Hello people of the internet, welcome back to Kite Gaming, and once again I need to apologize for a couple things. For one thing, I need to apologize that last weekend I did not post any videos. I need to apologize about that first, because the other thing I have to apologize about is part 7. There was a bit of a glitch with my capture card, or my computer one, I'm not sure which, that caused part 7 to have no commentary. Some of you might like that better and whatnot, but yeah. So, I recorded commentary, but for some reason, the game or capture card or whatnot did not record my voice. So, once again, sorry about no videos last weekend. I got kind of busy with other things, and I didn't have time to record. And I'm also sorry about part 7 having no commentary, because something messed up. But I will still post the video with no commentary. And I think to make up for it, I'll do another area after this. I will keep going after defeating No Man's Wharf. We'll have 4 or 5 episode videos today to make up for the fail that was my capture card. And I'm gonna die if I don't run. Now, as I had said before on the other video, the other section that has these guys, their AI is not programmed to go upstairs, up or down the stairs all the way. So if you are having difficulties, you can run back down or up the stairs and they won't follow you all the way up. So yeah. They can also drop the tattered cloth set, which you guys saw in the last video. I got a couple pieces of that. You have the person I was talking to in that one building. I'll have to show that again, but yeah. Go ahead and get rid of your ass. And this is a new addition to Scholar First Then, which is the shortcut. This was not in the original version of Dark Souls 2, and it's a much needed shortcut that the game really needed to have the first time. Because on that boat is the boss fight. So, yeah. Now, before I go here, I'll need to go show something off. Something that I talked about in the last video, but commentary didn't record. So, fun! We get to visit Lucatil again. Which I really don't mind. Lucatil's pretty cool. And out of the 2 people that you have the same quest line with, she's my favorite. So right here is Lucatil of Mira. When you talk to her, she'll talk about, she asks you to leave her alone, you keep talking to her, and she'll say that you're peculiar because she's always made an effort to avoid people, yet you're making an effort to talk to her. And so she offers that since you did that she is willing to help you on your journey, and that if you ever need her, just call upon her. Her and one other character in the game have a similar quest line in which, in order to complete their quest line, you have to summon them into every boss fight possible that they can be summoned in, and they must survive until the end of the boss fight. Now, Lucatil has 4 bosses that she can be summoned for. And from my understanding, she has to live through all 4 of them. One of them being a particular pain in the ass, but, she makes the boss a little bit easier. Not by much, though. But completing those 2 quest lines will not only get you achievements if you are going after those, but they'll also give you the character's equipment, their weapons and armor and all that kind of stuff. Now I'm going back to Majula in order to come buy some stuff. See what I can get. Because I want to go ahead and buy this. The Fragrant Branch of Yore from Malentia. I picked up a Fragrant Branch of Yore in the last video. But I never did talk about what it was for. Even if I did talk about it though, you guys wouldn't hear it. Because recording messed up. But, anyway, but what the thing is with the Fragrant Branches of Yore is that, as you may remember in the very first episode, we ran across that undead guy who was petrified in the Things Betwixt. He was just a stone statue. Fragrant Branches of Yore are used to break those characters free from their petrification. So, once they're petrified, you can unpetrify them. Which, some characters, it's a really good idea to unpetrify them. Because they can be extremely useful. Or you can just get them out of your way. A lot of characters, it's just getting them out of your way. I'm gonna kill that guy so he doesn't get in my way. And this is why that shortcut was so nice. Before this shortcut was made, in the original game, the only shortcut was the one next to Gavlan, the guy who was drinking beer in the other building. The guy that, as I mentioned in the last video, while I didn't know the audio of my voice was not being recorded, Gavlan is the merchant that will sell you a lot of poison-based items, both poison recovery and poison causing items. And Gavlan himself, once you talk to him the first time, will move to a new location, and talk to him in the second location, he'll move to his third, and his third is his final location. Now here, we have Carhillan.
Very well. I am Carillion.
Or Carillion, sorry. But if you have enough intelligence when you talk to him, you have to have at least 8, I think, when you talk to him. 8 or 10. And you then have, once you talk to him, after you leave this area, upon defeating the boss here, Carillion will move on to Majula. He will be one of your main sources of sorceries should you go for a sorcery style build. So yeah. Now I am going to turn myself human here, because right here we have a nice friend. After all, I just got done talking about her. Lucatiel of Mira. Everywhere that you find Lucatiel when you talk to her, it's not long after talking to her that she is summonable for a boss fight. Now, I'll tell you right now, the 4 bosses she can be summoned for are Smelter Demon, the Rotten, Flexing Sentry, and there's one more. I don't remember what it is though. I don't recall what the boss is now. For some reason I can't quite remember. Flexing Sentry, Smelter Demon, Lost Sinner, and the Rotten. Those are the bosses she can be summoned for. And she has to be summoned for all of them in order to get the achievement and everything done. So now right here we have our entrance to the boss fight. Now since I have decent intelligence and faith, I'm going to use dark pine resin on my weapon, which obviously gives it a temporary dark attribute. Now this is Flexing Sentry. as a boss in and of himself is not too terribly difficult. What is difficult is his two separate sides. Depending on which side has more aggro on you or your helper in Lucatiel, will determine which side's attacking. Now, both sides' weapons cause bleed damage, so this guy can bleed you dry should you let him. And his sword side is a lot more difficult to face than his hammer side. Luckily for me, Lucatiel kept him on the hammer side. So Phyrexian Sentry is dead and Lucatiel survives, so her questline will continue. So, but yeah, so Phyrexian Sentry's down. And we'll come up here, and this is a funny little thing here. In the original game, that chest used to be here, and the shadow for the chest is still here. However, they moved the chest, I guess because players probably didn't see the chest back there, because activating this moves you to the next location. So I guess they moved it in front, but they forgot to move the shadow with the chest. So it's a neat little thing. And here we have the Pyromancy Flame. A very nice weapon, for it is your catalyst for, well, pyromancies. And now we shall use the boat and move on to our next location. And it's a location we've already been to for a moment, but now we will move on to a new part of it, a part we have not been to yet. Oh, what fun. And I cannot tell you how pissed I will be if the commentary does not record in this video either. Mainly because it'll mean I'll need to get a new mic. For any of you who may be curious, I currently use a Turtle Beach headset's mic. It's probably not the best mic to use for something like this, but it works for now. Until I can go about getting a different mic. I had actually ordered a mic designed for recording your voice and stuff, but for some reason it wouldn't work with my computer. So I couldn't use it to record with. So it's just kind of sitting in my closet, not being used. But so the Turtle Beach is a nice substitute. Do I even have any attunement slots? I should have at least one attunement slot. Okay, now I'm gonna activate this and let the elevator go back down. And then I'm going to get on top of it. I'm sure you all probably saw the cave as the elevator was going up. This is how you get into that cave. Yay, elevator right back down after I just got up. And we'll come in here, we'll get the scimitar and some repair powder. And then we head back up. That's everything that's down here. There is nothing else down in this area. It's literally just an entrance. In the original game, there weren't even enemies here. Scholar of the First Sin thought they'd be fancy and add some enemies. Should probably have the Pyromancy Flame on the other hand, to be honest. Yeah. Flaming hand and a sword. Okay, now we'll come in here. Grab this item. Run around. I don't remember. Nope, nothing in here. Just an empty cell. And then, welcome back to Lost Bastille. Now, climbing up these stairs, we'll find the next bonfire in Lost Bastille. Very nice bonfire. And back to Majula we go once again. I honestly wonder, are you all actually enjoying these videos? Leave a comment down below if you're actually enjoying my content. Let me know if I'm doing everything well, and if not, let me know what I can improve on. So, Yes. We souls galore. I typically end up building up so many of these soul items because I refuse to use them until after I've already completed an area, just to make sure I don't lose all my souls. And we'll level up a few more times. I do have an achievement slot, that's nice. Level up a couple times in those. Upgrade my strength again. And now I'm gonna go ahead and equip my fireball spell. So now, I have fire. I have determined I will use a mix of pyromancies and dark magic, considering that both of them require intelligence and faith to get stronger. It only makes sense to have both so that when I'm fighting someone who's strong to dark or strong to fire, I can use the other element. So we're back here at the entrance to Lost Bastille that we came to after killing Pursuer. Now I've chosen to come here because there is another boss that is completely optional to do, but the items you get in the area after defeating it are well worth fighting the boss for. Not to mention there's quite a few things I want to get here. For one, I want to open this chest and do another fight against our good old friend that I've already killed it before. Yes. In Skull of the First Sin, they felt the need to add more Pursuer boss fights, which, based on information in the game's item descriptions for Pursuer, it makes a lot more sense that you fight Pursuer in multiple locations. Because, according to item descriptions in this game, the lore of Pursuer is that Pursuer is a hunter of the undead. That's pretty much just a living shell that hunts undead. But yet, in the main game, in the original game, there was only 3 times you would fight Pursuer. All 3 were technically optional, and Pursuer just killed me. God damn it. I probably won't focus on trying to kill Pursuer. Why are you doing that now that I'm dead? That was so nice of you to do that before. That attack we just saw there, Pursuer can do in the actual boss fight against him. The thing is, when Pursuer does his glowing sword, his blue glowing sword thing, he can, what happens is he will end up activating, he'll curse your character, is what it does. It does a lot of damage, and will curse your character. And upon cursing your character, Pursuer gets a power buff, which allows him to use that dark energy attack. Now, you can't get into this section of the of Lost Bastille without fighting Pursuer, but there's also an item that I picked up a while ago that I really love, and that is the Cavintus Silver Serpent Ring. This ring is, in my opinion, a must-have when playing this game. What this ring does is it makes all enemies and things, well, all enemies drop more souls when playing through the game. And we open this door and we find our good old friendly neighborhood Lucatiel.
That might be you. The longer I am here, a wretched place. What could have caused? Ah, yes. I have not. This is for you. Of course, Our land of mirror, there is only one way up. My family had with 2 things. I was raised to... Life was hard. I had swift... And then I came... Have you heard of the undead? An undead gradually loses... Finally, he turns hollow, and a hollow can never be human. One can skirt this wicked fate, assuming, of course, that the legends are true. I can only hope that they are. I'm sorry.
Yes.
I suppose I've grown weak. I'm sorry. I suppose.
Now, talking to Lucatile here will make her available for the next boss fight that she's available for, which, when considering our location of Lost Bastille, talking to her here makes her available to summon for the Lost Sinner fight. But that's still a little ways away. But so for now, I'm gonna come over here. I'm gonna attempt to kill these guys. And get me a Royal Silver Soldier helmet. Oh yeah, quick tip. If these guys hit black barrels with a damn machete of theirs, they will blow them up. It's very annoying. Especially for this next guy coming up here. I need to try and get this guy's attention without getting him to swing his freaking machete. Which is why I intend to use pyromancy. Come on. Turn around. Yeah, come on, you jerk. I'm ready for you. Come on, you're stronger than this. Apparently you ain't. I gave you too much credit. Twilight herbs. And then you want to push this barrel down. Blowing up that wall. Blowing up this wall is a very good and important thing to do. Especially if you're going for special weapon upgrades. For now, we're going to light this bonfire. It does give you another bonfire, which is nice. I'm going to light this torch, which I'll then use to light this. Before we have this guy here, whom I will talk to once we get him to move. He will continue to sit in that chest until you light this here torch thing. At which point he'll get up and you're free to... I mean, you can take any of this stuff anyway, but getting him to move opens that chest for you and allows you to actually talk to him. And I know some of you may not remember this from episode 2 or 3 when we defeated Pursuer. Around that bonfire we opened the 2 chests and we pulled out an item called a dull ember. This man here is what is your name again anyway?
Oh, why can't they all? Shadow. Oh. Dear
I believe his
friend.
name is McDuff, if I remember correctly.
I'm Macduff, the blacksmith.
Yeah.
Oh, so
And
right now,
he is a special blacksmith. And
you've got
to talk to him, you need to have the dull ember. Now, McDuff here sells some pretty unique items. He's got a very useful greatsword. He's got a katana, a great axe, a spear, scythe, longbow, light crossbow, royal kite shield. He also sells unlimited iron arrows and heavy bolts, as well as iron great arrows for if you can get a great bow. But that's harder to get. He also sells unlimited large titanite shards, which can also be useful. He can repair and reinforce weapons, and he can also infuse. Infusing is the special thing about him. If you have the special stones, you can give elements and other powers to your weapons. At this point, we don't have any of those stones, and so McDuff is not very helpful to us. So we will move on back to the Towers Apart bonfire, in which we will sit here, and we will end off the video. And in the next video, we will continue to go through Lost Bastille, and hopefully we will fight the boss and hopefully kill it. I will tell you right now, the next boss I'm about to fight has been known to give me trouble a lot. So, until then, so long.